Chapter 37. Tomorrow is Ultimatum Day. Amaland army under Domagan Haz finished fighting a 5-day tough battle. It was waged against the zealous Zanfrance, led by Araba. After Megalord's defeat and departure at the cliff of Daladi, Zanfrance also lost more battles and drifted deeper southwestwards. The triumphant Amalands have continued pressing against them till date. Wilder public cry has arisen in Eretia. There is hot debate about the speedy conquest of Domagan. The Weavers are again repainting a dreadful impression of the Amalands. Air media is making the worst of the war in the minds of fellow citizens. Some Eretian civilians are seriously beginning to doubt whether or not their government can take action that is expected after the ultimatum day. King Dezawo seems very prepared. He is waiting for ultimatum time to expire. But it is clear to all that Domagan will succeed. The notorious king feels proud over his fast-going success. He stands on the fat trunk of a fallen tree and raises his hands. The big elephant, so highly elated, starts to speak toward the sky. He loudly says to the unseen, "Domagan! Domagan!" cries the world. "What a man among men is Domagan but I? Threat of peoples, fear of nations, death of all. My first step stands. No man can shift it from here. Not Megalord, Dezawo, Araba, neither the mouths of people. O tomorrow, will you not live to see my glorious sword elsewhere? Amaland is mine, Zakinia in my hand, and Eresia is in my glorious eyes. I came over valleys, rivers, seas, battlefields, hills to mountain peaks. All clouds gather, winds blow, earth thunders blast, or volcanoes erupt. Once they see my face, their furious fires quench, noise silent, they die. My heart glows hotter, I shine bolder, my name is war, but the only thing I regret in this world is death. Time and all call me, king of the world, king of the whole world," he shouts. Domagan is madly happy. He starts to laugh very loud. Land soldiers around start to cheer him. He dances wildly, leaping up and down, getting wilder. The king leaps from corner to corner on the greenish ground. He jumps and but lands into thick, deep underlying mud. The king gets stuck, slowly sinking in. He tries to get out, but he can't. He struggles vigorously and sinks deeper. Mud is steadily swallowing King Domagan. Interim happiness has turned to instant difficulty. The king starts to shout at the watching and confused soldiers. Amalands around begin to realize he is in a dangerous situation. King Domagan needs emergency rescue, but it is not yet coming. No one is ready to go near for fear of sinking. Ere Prince arrives, giving orders but stays aside. King Domagan has sunk till mud comes up to his neck. Spiders begin to throw ropes from afar for nothing. Domagan could not catch any of the landing ropes. His hands are held deep within thick mud. No one dares nearer, including Domitza. Loud hooting is heard in the confusion. It is none but Sadowin, alarming and coming. "Wonder! Wonder! Another wonder for the world! Zaquinians have done a great wonder, O Amalan soldiers. Watermen have braved and crossed even great Azekalazad Sea. They have seized all of Amaland, taking old and children for slaves. They are taking cities and villages, killing and conquering without stopping. Domagan, O King Domagan, Queen Hadiza, your wife is now a prisoner. Zaquinians have taken over your palace at Induma. The whole capital city has fallen into their cruel hands. People of Amaland have become their drawers of water. They are forced to wet the bodies of water soldiers." Sadowin narrates to the landmen. Sadowin's news has changed the soldiers' attention. The existing emergency situation turns into a bigger confusion. Many want to hear and know more about the present home condition. Most of the Amalan soldiers are so shocked, worried, and sadly curious. Everyone is thinking about the safety and welfare of his own children. Boys are worried for their lovers back home under enemy control. Others are busy asking many more questions. Domitza is the worst affected person. His father is dying in his very presence. His mother he loves most is far away in enemy hand. The prince continues ordering, but no one is obeying nor seems to hear. The crown falls off King Domagan's head into the mud. Domagan tries to help himself in the face of death, but it is becoming too bad for Domagan. The Land King is so disappointed to hear that the Zaquinians have conquered Amaland. He tries to listen more, but mud blocks his ears and he can't hear. He wants to ask, but mud enters his mouth and swallows over his head. The elephant is making rigorous efforts to keep his nose out of mud. More ropes being thrown by many spiders are not helping. The situation of King Domagan is turning hopeless. One loop of rope lands right. It got over Domagan's long nose. A spider carefully goes on rope to tighten its grip. Prince Domiza urges with anger. A tug team is formed and pulling starts. Domagan's head re-emerges out of mud covered with dirt. But again the loop pulls off its lubricated hold. The tug team falls aground. Domagan sinks again. He is completely swallowed. Domiza decides to try another system. Every crab of the area is needed for the rescue. Amalan soldiers begin to mobilize crabs of the community. Both old and young of them are being forced to dig out the Land King. They must do it quickly to save him from suffocation. The pigs join the crabs. Other men are also being called. They are all busy doing excavation. Banatus also arrives into the laboring scenario. The vulture is watching as forced and free laborers dig. The bad two want Domagan to die, for their respective reasons. Banatus will take the corpse, and Sadowin will happily tell the news. If he dies, that is your food, Sadowin smiling tells Banatus. And if dies, isn't it your joy and news? Banatus, after laughing for long, whispers back to his friend. Evil men are always watching and wishing bad. They feel happy when things go wrong, and they are sad if things go well.